Let's bring in Senator Roger Marshall. He's a Republican of Kansas. The president did cancel part of his trip, which is probably smart because he needed to get back here because this is where the rubber hits the road.
Right. Joe Biden struggles walking and chewing gum at the same time. How about the name calling going on? How horrible is it to be called a MAGA Republican right now? But we'll go on beyond that. What the president's right about is if we default on our debt, history books are going to record that Joe Biden was the president when we defaulted on our debt. He's going to be a one-term, one-paragraph in the history book president. He's going to go down as the president at the highest inflation rates, open borders, Afghanistan debacle, and then potentially a default on our debt. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll figure it out.
What do people in Kansas, you've got such a diverse group of industry there, but especially I'm thinking about the farmers. They have to be watching this pretty carefully because this would affect them, their bottom line.
Well, what's impacting farmers right now is number one, the drought. Number two is interest rates. Farmers are very highly leveraged. So when they have an operation loan that's went from 2% to 8% because of Joe Biden economics and Joe Biden inflation, that's what's killing them. They're much more concerned about the rain and the price of gas, the price of operation than they are this national debt issue.
Do you think they'll get a deal today?
Not today. No, I think it's going to go into June sometime. June 1st is kind of an imaginary line. I don't think the real negotiations even start happening until June 1st.
Okay, well, we'll keep paying attention to that. Another topic here is President Biden blamed the silly spy balloon, those are his words, not mine, for derailing communications with China, and he is seeing a shift in relations shortly. What do you think about the administration's new attempt, it seems, to sort of make nice with China?
Wow. So I think this president doesn't even realize when China and Russia are bullying him. So this spy balloon was absolutely China bullying the United States, saying, well, how would Joe Biden react to this? And they found out he didn't do anything. When's the last time Joe Biden got anything right on national security? And by the way, our open southern border is the #1 immediate national security issue this country is facing.
Okay, so to that point, you just got back from the border. You were there just before Title 42 went away. There's a New York Times op-ed this morning that claims this. If you're hearing about the border, someone is trying to scare you, going on to say, here's the truth. It's likely that somebody is trying to scare you. Broadly speaking, Republicans want you to be scared of immigrants and Democrats want you to be scared of Republicans.
Journalistic malpractice. So that's what this is. Since Title 42 ended, there's been 10,000 gotaways come into this country. 10,000 gotaways. We have no idea who they are, how many were terrorists, how many were criminals as well. This is simply a lie. I wish that journalists would go talk to the 300 moms and dads who young adults are going to die from fentanyl poisoning today. Go talk to the hundreds of young ladies, I mean young, that have been raped on their journey from Central America to here and now being sold into sex slavery. I wish she would go visit the border herself and see that since Joe Biden was sworn into office, there's been 6 million illegal crossings from our border, almost the size of New York City.
But have they done something right? If the crossings are down now after Title 42 had expired and it was expected to go up, has the Biden administration done something right along the way?
Absolutely not. This is like saying Joe Biden's taking credit for gasoline's only $3.50 a gallon when it was up to $5. So when President Trump was in office, they are averaging about 1,000 illegal border crossings a day. This last week, averaging over 3,000 plus 1,000 gotaways. It's those gotaways that I'm concerned about.
Yeah, and we don't talk about them enough, so I'm glad you brought it up. All right, Roger Marshall, great to have you in town. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Dana.
Brett.